Good morning. I started to do magic tricks while we were waiting on the media to get here, but I thought better of that whole opportunity. This is another great day that God has brought us forth for a great announcement here in the city of Flint about some great programs as we move our community forward. I'm honored today to be joined by many people, but I do want to send the regrets of Senator John Cherry and State Representative Cynthia Neeley. They're working on this small project called the state budget right now. And so they're in Lansing working, making sure that we're getting the resources throughout the state of Michigan that we deserve as residents and also citizens of this great state of Michigan. Also joining us today is Cascade Engineering Sales Manager Bryant Miller, Michigan Department of Environmental Great Lakes Engineering. Vanessa, can you grab me that water, please? Choked up. This is such a great announcement that we're making here today. Better known as Eagle. Also, Regina Strong, which you'll be hearing from her here shortly. Recycling Partnership and Vice President of Great Lakes Community Development, Rob Taylor, is here as well today with us. Also, we have two very, very special guests, Flint residents here today, Renee Harvey and Emily Stetson, and you'll be hearing from those individuals too. And definitely we want to make sure that we welcome the residents that's going to be speaking to this project because definitely we're here to serve the residents of this great city. Also, we have other dignitaries that could not make it today. So I am your dignitary here today serving in that capacity. Also, Heather Griffel is a part of our team here in the city of Flint to help usher this process through. Also in the back, Rob Magaha is a member of our team, and also Mrs. Newman is also back there as well. And today's announcement is about the selection of our manufacturing for our cart system. Cascade Engineering will be manufacturing to my right is a 96-gallon recyclable, well, not recyclable, but waste can. Here you can see that with our brand Flint Strong on it. And here to my left, our 64-gallon recyclable cart here, also branded with Flint Strong. The color selection we made, we thought it would be best to have a darker color for our garbage collection and also our recyclable, which is for our Great Lakes blue kind of thing here we got going here. These carts will be distributed here to the residents of this community for free. These carts will be owned by the city of Flint. But one of the things that we wanted to make sure of here in the city of Flint is that we went with a manufacturer that could stand up to the test of manufacturing these processes going forward. We went through an RFP process to select the best responsible bidder. Cascade was that. One of the things we want to make sure is that these carts can stand up and be durable for a decade. And so our goal is to have these carts here in our community for a decade moving forward. And I think Cascade is a Michigan-based business. We know it's to be a Michigan-based business, but definitely they can stand up to the challenge of the goals that we have here in the city of Flint. All these things can come together with many, many different partners here trying to get this goal here. I want to thank the Flint City Council for their partnership, along with my administrative staff here in the city of Flint. But simply, we want to do the very best for the residents of this great community. Moving our community forward is definitely one of the goals that we've had and the vision that we've had here in the city of Flint. Many places in the out-county area and through the state of Michigan uses recyclable cans and waste collection cans, like the ones that was going to be manufactured for the city of Flint. We want to clean our communities up. We want to make it sure that it's more efficient and definitely user-friendly for our residents here in the city of Flint. One of the things also that we want to make sure of is that the city of Flint residents will have no additional cost to what we're doing here. We want to increase the level of service and no additional cost to our residents. Looking for great partners like Cascade, our environmental protection agencies, Eagle, to make this happen has been a blessing, nothing less than a blessing here in the city of Flint. I am so grateful for the level of partnerships that we have. Today, we'll be hearing from some of these individuals here, and we're going to be taking small questions after and one-on-ones. We have a demonstration from our waste provider, Priority Waste. We have a truck outside to be able to do this. But this is not done with any small effort. It's been many partners, many dollars to be able to encourage people to recycle and also to collect their waste collection in this fashion. This is a new chapter in Flint, And I'm so very, 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 very proud to be the mayor of the city. Right now, I'm going to bring forth Brian from Cascade to have a few words. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Neeley. As you mentioned, I'm Brian Miller with Cascade Cart Solutions. As a Michigan resident, I'm thrilled to be partnering with the city of Flint as they get into their next chapter of solid waste and recycling. Cascade is a women-owned business based in Grand Rapids, Michigan. We have over 4 million carts in the state of Michigan alone and over 40 million in total. With this project, Flint's got the unique opportunity to partner with not only Cascade, but also with the state of Michigan Eagle, as well as the Recycling Partnership to fund both trash and recycling carts for the residents of Flint. This is truly a unique opportunity, and we're happy to be a part of that. As the only Michigan-based cart manufacturer, Cascade specifically designs our carts to hold up in the harsh environments that we have here in Michigan. It gets really cold in the winter, and then we have days like today where the heat index could be over 100. So we specifically designed our product to be long-lasting in both temperature extremes. These carts are going to be around for a decade or two, so they're going to be a part of the city of Flint, helping with blight control from the trash side, and also from the recycling side, helping boost the state's recycling rate, which we've been working on really hard for many, many years. What's really neat about these carts is these carts are going to be eco carts. Cascade's eco carts are comprised of 10% post-consumer curbside recycled material. This means that materials is recycled at the curb in these carts are reused in the manufacture of the carts for the city of Flint. With the 10% post-consumer recycled material, along with more traditional forms of PCR, we're able to put 30% total recycled content in the carts for the city of Flint. In addition to manufacture of the carts, Cascade will be tasked with delivering the carts to residents for the city of Flint. This process will take about a month to complete to ensure every resident gets both a trash and recycling cart to their curb. So, with that, I'd like to bring up Heather Griffin from the DPW.
Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. I did want to also share that the carts that we are getting from Cascade, they also have the ability to take the carts when they're damaged and actually repurpose them and reuse that material as well. I wanted to put that little plug in there. So I'm here just to really talk about this amazing event that we have and opportunities to bring these carts to our families and to our homes. I want to put out a big congratulations not only to our residents, to the city of Flint, but also to Mayor Neeley and all of the team of people that are here that have made this possible. I am excited by what I'm hearing today, and I just wanted to say that this is our moment, Flint. Welcome, we're here. It's taken a year and a half, and we've almost got the carts at our own homes. Today's announcement is the next step in transitioning the city of Flint from a cart-based recycling program that will promote the largest recycling push in city's history. If you've ever had the opportunity to look at what recycling looked like in the city of Flint, it's been going on since the 60s. We are currently in the longest program that we've ever had, and this cart opportunity is going to make it where we could be here for generations. Our current recycling program requires that the residents provide their own container for both trash and recycling, and by getting these carts, you now have it available to you. The city will own them, we'll be able to replace them, we'll be able to help maintenance them if something happens to, say, a wheel. We're going to be there to keep these up and available for your use. So it's really important to know these opportunities as we get information out to you, what it will entail and how we can do this as a team. Flint's new recycling campaign, it will be starting this fall. It's going to go from, I'm so sorry, I'm going to laugh at this, but from a horse and buggy situation to a spaceship. We are going to just move the city. It's going to be amazing. Our new rolling cart, recycling carts, I should say, that are lidded, are projected to increase the amount of materials that we are going to be able to capture in the city. from, say, about 624 tons per year up to 5,400 tons per year. That is over a 750% increase in recycling material. It doesn't seem very interesting, especially if you're someone who doesn't like to recycle, but I can tell you this is going to just move your world when you take the opportunity to try. It's going to be just life-changing for you. This new campaign will improve recycling not only for access to the City of Flint residents, but it's also going to inspire those residents to participate in the program itself. One of the reasons we also kind of lean towards this direction is that we find that things can happen to the personnel that are working and managing the CART programs. If we don't have a cart in place, they're having to do everything manually, the sanitation workers, the drivers, and the chances of someone being injured is actually more likely than not. And so the carts are going to be, that's one good thing that we're bringing the carts to the city, is that it'll allow us that opportunity to cut down on some of the injuries and safety concerns that may happen by using standard trash. And that's how we're evolving. It's equally important to know that cities across Michigan and also the United States, they are progressively moving to bringing carts into their program and into their municipality and to our residents and their residents. The state of Michigan actually has some laws that are in discussion, some that have passed, and it has to do with our solid waste. I do encourage you to look into that, and you can always call me if you want more information about that, but that just shows where we're going to. We really want our residents, as well as the state of Michigan, as well as the federal government, to just encourage being more of a party to using our material and reusing that material instead of the virgin materials, which makes us lose some of our trees. It makes us lose some other resources, our oils and all different things that are affected by fuels and all the other things that really can make it where the program maybe not be successful. So there's a lot more to it that people don't hear about in the background. But we're going to start, at least with our residents, with let's recycle, and we're going to show you how to do that. Because prominent national and regional haulers have recently stated that they will no longer actually be bidding out municipalities who are not using carts. So we really didn't want to be that community that wasn't ready for that. Because when it does happen, we would then have to pay additional costs for that to bring those carts into the system, right? Because carts do cost to make each one of them. So we're going to have that pallet of fresh carts, and we're going to be ready for those changes when they happen. Deploying the city-owned waste and recycling carts will help keep Flint's operational costs manageable in the near future and for the terms and years to come. This is actually just a win-win for our taxpayers in the Flint and for the environment that we have here. We talk about municipalities and the blight conditions and things that happen that are not favorable, and a lot of times that's what's being highlighted on. Well, that's why we invited all of you here today. We're going to highlight what we're changing to. We're not going to keep standing here and allowing the blights to happen. We're going to move forward, and we're going to start being responsible consumers, and we're going to start recycling more, and we're going to start putting things in an area that keeps clean, keeps pests out of it. There's all different things that the cart can do. I know there's concerns about the weight. We've actually weighed them. There's really minimal weight to these. So I think people will be surprised when they have that opportunity to try them, and that's what I encourage. Everyone just try it, and then we'll go from there. You're going to be very surprised at what the changes will make for your household. I want to thank Cascade Engineering and all of the personnel that were able to come here from Cascade to support us. I also wanted to say thank you to the Eagle Group. They are one of the sponsors that helps support financially for us to do this project, as well as the Recycling Partnership, and we do have a group of their representatives here as well. Without their support, without the funding that they've been able to support in purchasing the carts, as well as Cascade from being able to make it with the requirements that we had, because our requirements were very specific, and that can be a challenge sometimes to get what we're looking for, and we were going to get it. We also want to thank them all for helping Flint to be that, especially for Cascade being the Michigan-made product. We like to stay in-house when we can do that, and we have the opportunity with this experience to do that and bring Michigan back home to Flint. I'd like to also, at this point, introduce an exceptional lady that I've had the pleasure to associate myself with in the past. She is the State of Michigan's Environmental Justice Public Advocate, Ms. Regina Strong. Sorry.
So good morning, and thank you so much, Heather. Congratulations to the city of Flint. I have to say, I really love the Flint Strong motto. It speaks really highly of the perseverance and resilience of this community. I want to congratulate you, Mayor Neeley, Cascade, the Department of Public Works. You know, this is an opportunity for really all of Flint to celebrate in this major accomplishment. So please give yourselves a round of applause. So my role, the Office of the Environmental Justice Public Advocate, was created by Governor Whitmer in 2019 to be a voice of environmental justice across the state. And we work with communities across the state, and we do a lot of work here in Flint. And so this is a really exciting announcement. We love working collaboratively across state agencies to really promote and engage communities and think creatively around how we address environmental justice and how we integrate things like our My Healthy Climate Plan and how we want to move forward on climate with how communities operate today. So, you know, I'm a lifelong advocate. This role and this title fit me really, really well because I've been doing this my entire life. As a Black woman growing up in America, I've seen a lot of injustice play out, and that's what I fight against every day, not just in my community, but for all communities. And so justice and equity are a big part of who I am. And achieving environmental justice and really intentionally addressing systemic inequities are core elements of my work. That's why I'm so proud that EGLE and the Whitmer administration are really working to integrate how we move forward with how we work every day in communities across the state. You know, we want to help support our climate change goals in communities that have also been historically underserved in the state. So these opportunities for cities like Flint, things we're doing in Detroit, Pontiac, Grand Rapids, Benton Harbor, communities across the state really make a difference. You know, we want to make sure there's equitable access to recycling and opportunities for communities like Flint to be leaders in recycling across the state. You should also know that we were really eager to support this campaign as soon as we heard about it. Our department's $1 million investment in the city of Flint is evidence of that. It's designed to help all residents be able to have convenient, accessible, and equitable access to recycling opportunities. Investments like these are not only good for the environment, it's good for the people of Flint. I mean, we really want to make sure there's an enhanced quality of life and that folks across the state and right here in Flint have an opportunity to benefit from that. So I'm delighted to report that soon we're going to have another announcement to share. In fact, according to new analysis of data we'll be releasing in the future, Michiganders are recycling more than ever before. In fact, the recycling rate in the Great Lakes State is at a record high for the third consecutive year. Michigan's recycling rate has risen from 14.25% before 2019 to 21% last year and 23% this year. I have even more good news to share. As we look at that recycling data in Michigan, more than 72,000 jobs are being supported in that industry, and it contributes to more than $17 billion a year to the state's total economic output. That's amazing. That is why we're moving forward as a state, as we link our opportunities to address climate with economic opportunities and making sure those who have not benefited in the past have an opportunity to benefit from the opportunities of the future. So Michigan's on track to achieve the state's goal of 30% recycling by 2029. That is outstanding. That's really, really good. And now Flint's going to be able to help make that happen. Please give yourselves another round of applause. I'm into clapping today, I'm sorry. This progress represents a bipartisan effort in a historic partnership with the Michigan legislature. In combination with the nonprofit sector and the business community, In fact, Michigan's never seen this before. It is outstanding. We attribute much of this improved recycling success to kind of two factors. More Michiganders than ever have access to recycling services like Flint is gaining today. And that's only going to keep improving thanks to announcements like what we're making today. And then also we credit the Know It Before You Throw It awareness campaign featuring the recycling raccoons. Excuse me. And then, it's really funny. Those things are really, really cute. I have a really quick raccoon story. When I was in high school, I came home one evening and I was trying to get in. It was kind of late. My curfew was 11. It was almost 12. So I'm trying to sneak in. And there was a raccoon on the porch, right? And the raccoon was eating a chicken bone from the garbage sitting there. And it wouldn't let me get in the house. So I ultimately had to go around front and ring the bell. So the raccoon outed me. So not only are they cute, but they're good at, good for keeping your kids coming in at curfew. I just thought I'd do it. But the recycling raccoons are really, 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 it's been a popular campaign for us, and we're excited. And I'm sure you've seen the campaigns or the billboards. It's been a really good one. It's a nationally award-winning campaign that launched in 2019. And 80% of Michiganders report taking action, changing how they recycle, better understanding it, based on just learning more about what behaviors should lead to our recycling and increasing that effort. So again, I want to thank folks here in the Vehicle City who, as Mayor Neeley said, and I love because my last name is Strong, are proudly Flint strong, are proudly working toward recycling. I'm looking forward to seeing those carts roll down. I too am a person who thought, when I saw my recycling cart, this is gonna be really heavy. The good news is that it has wheels, and so you can just lean it and roll it. It's a good thing. So I wanna thank you again, and now I'm going to turn things over to the Recycling Partnership and the Vice President of Grants and Community Development, Rob Taylor. Here you go, Rob.
Thank you, Regina, and thank you, City of Flint. My name is Rob Taylor. I'm the Vice President of Grants and Community Development at the Recycling Partnership. The Recycling Partnership is a purpose-driven, nonprofit organization with a mission to build a better recycling system, and that is exactly what the City of Flint is doing. At the partnership, protecting natural resources, building more sustainable communities, and ensuring that everyone who wants to recycle can recycle is at the heart of everything we do. And that includes right here in Flint. This investment in Flint's recycling program is set to deliver environmental benefits and community benefits to the citizens of Flint, and it will also support the greater recycling economy in the state of Michigan and the greater Great Lakes region. Together with our partners, the Recycling Partnership mobilizes investments to support communities like Flint in modernizing their recycling programs and expanding access to recycling. Our $3.3 million grant to the City of Flint includes a donation from Dow, which is headquartered right here in Midland, Michigan, and this represents, with the contribution of resin from Dow, represents a unique and innovative approach to help make the carts for the city more affordable. The partnership has also teamed up with Michigan Eagle to deploy these recycling carts, and we've got a history of working together. So the partnership has worked with Eagle in more than 30 communities across Michigan. To date, our partnership has placed more than 250,000 carts into the state to help more Michiganders have easy access to recycling. So today, the Recycling Partnership is honored to be part of this citywide recycling transition, and we're so proud to be working alongside our partners, Michigan Eagle and the City of Flint. The partnership remains fully committed to helping the city as it makes this transition to cart-based recycling, and we plan to be a resource to the city and the state to help deliver a better recycling system. And Mayor Neeley, I'm going to hand it back to you.
Thank you for that. One of the things that we say here in the City of Flint is prayer, planning, and partnership. Prayer, planning, and partnership. We heard from Recycler Partners, we heard from Cascade, we heard from Eagle, and also the City of Flint. Also the partnership has to extend to the residents of this great city and this community. But moreover, This is not to be taken lightly. The level of work, the logistics that went forth to be able to get this done, putting together the recipe for success, the resources, the partnerships that's going to be able to deliver this for residents is very, very, very complicated and was very, very time consuming. But we're here. Now, as you see on the screen behind me, we'll start rolling these carts out in the fall. So they're going to be going into manufacturing, and then we're going to go into deployment of these things. And so here to talk about some of the things that's going to happen in our residential community is two great residents of this city of Flint, Mrs. Harvey and Mrs. Stinson. And I'm going to turn it over to you guys to tell all of your neighbors and your friends and your family here inside the city of Flint what a great level of partnership that we have, and then we get ready to pass it off to you, the residents. Mrs. Harvey.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you all for being here. I'm going to take a deep breath for a second because I have been recycling for a good 15 years now. Ever since the water crisis hit us, I have been doing things like reducing and reusing, as well as recycling. This new recycle bin is beautiful, and it's going to hold the 3 times amount that I normally put to the curb. And when I normally put it to the curb, it's going to be during the nice days. So with a lid on top of it, I don't have to worry about the rain getting everything soaked and everything. Just, it gets icky when the rain hits and you have your recycling out. So that is beautiful, and I appreciate it. I am looking forward to having a larger bin to put it in. As a resident, my husband and I have reduced our household waste from 3 bags of garbage down to 1. So it's important to me, and my AmeriCorps alumni out there in Newport, Rhode Island will agree. I drove them crazy during when we were going through the water crisis and making sure that they were recycling those as well. So if you're listening to me, y'all, recycle. I've been telling you for way too long to recycle. So I appreciate all of you who are recycling. I appreciate all of the community. And as a community member and an advocate, I can't tell you how many sites that I have visited where there were bottles upon bottles upon bottles that needed to be put into a recycle bin. But they had to be cleaned first because of all the garbage on top of them. So keep that in mind. I want to see that number go from 24% to 75 at the least. So thank you all. Jessica?
Hello, my name is Emily Stetson. I am a very proud Flint resident, and I am the director of Keep Genesee County Beautiful. And I can attest through the work that we do with the community that there are a lot of passionate and very excited people out here in the city that are just so excited to be able to recycle, to have easier access with taking their trash to the road. And the fact that they are Michigan-made and eco-carts makes it that much better. We're thrilled to have this opportunity to make recycling accessible and easier for people to start kicking up those initiatives and putting out the recycling education of what can and can't be put into these bins. I'm excited for KGCB to be able to put that message out as well, and we definitely will. So thank you to Mayor Neeley and to everyone that were involved in this program and this initiative. It's a huge win for the city of Flint. It's a huge win for the environment, and I am very happy to be here and to be a part of it.
Through no small part, I talk about the level of partnership. We don't want to forget our Governor Gretchen Whitmer, for helping in this effort, be able to continue to extend a helping hand to this community, this great community, as we are Flint strong. And with this recyclable partnership, Rob, can you help me out, please? Can you put that in the can? And that is how we're going to do this. We're going to have one-on-ones here today after this is all over. to answer questions. And so thank you all for being a part of this great announcement in this great city at this great time. And we're going to continue to move Flint forward. We are Flint strong.